Hi, welcome to the Author's Lounge. I am your host, Cheryl Mays, and I am so excited to be here today with our guest, Miss Yolanda Bradley, the author of Unique. She has received a BS at Tennessee State University, where she majored in speech communications and theater, in addition to attending Davidson Technical College, where she received a diploma in television production, and American Intercontinental University, where she received her MBA in management. She has also spent years in education, teaching our youth from, being a high school teacher to kindergarten. So she has done the full gamut of education. And we are going to hear her story and chat with her as soon as we return.
DreamSpire Books Virtual Launch Box. Everything you need for a successful virtual book launch in one place. Timelines, press release templates, social media advertising info, graphic design, an interview on our streaming network, and a personal coaching session. Don't forget your thank yous and so much more. Visit us at www.dreamspirebooks.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Author's Lounge. I am so excited to have our guest here, Miss Yolanda Bradley, the author of Unique. And so I am going to bring her on the screen here. Hello, Yolanda.
Well, hello. How are you today?
I am doing amazing, and I am so excited to have you on the show today.
And I am excited about being on here. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Listen, before we even get started about this book called Unique, let's talk a little bit about you. So tell us about you. What inspired you to write this book? And just kind of give us some insight.
Okay, well, I am Yolanda Bradley, and my alias is Lane Bird. That name is actually my name as well. My mother, some kind of way, got L-A-N out of Yolanda and put the E on, so that's Lane. My maiden name is Bird, so I use my name as my alias. But a lot of people don't know that, but I guess they know it now. I am a mother.
Cat out of the bag.
Yes, I let the cat out the bag. I am a mother. I have a son, and he is 24. He is also attended Tennessee State University and was in the best band in the South, the aristocratic band. My mother was an educator for 42 years. She coached, she taught math, she taught English, and she was the first Black female principal in the city at an elementary school. So that was my inspiration. And it was just knowing that she come from 7 children with a grandmother with a 3rd grade education. And my grandmother and grandfather put all 7 children through college. And that is inspiring to know at that day and time that they could do that and encourage their children to get an education. And my mother just took it to another level.
That's amazing. And so this is where your love for teaching, because you taught not only high school, you went from kindergarten all the way to high school. So you have seen all of it.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. In fact, I was working at the hospital here as an administrative assistant, and they called me at the school to start a program, a videography broadcasting program at the high school. And that was something I loved it, because I never thought, after having a degree in TV production, that I'd be working at a high school teaching what I learned and sharing it with children. And they loved it. I mean, we had a great, successful program. I have had some successful students that are right now actors and writers because of the program. And then I left and I decided, okay, let me go see what the other part is doing. I was in the junior high era, which is you have to have a lot of guts to deal with children that are 13 and 14 years of age. And then I went to the kindergarten area. So I did see all groups and all lives of children, especially young girls. And it made me wonder, what could I do to help them not get in the same encouragement as a child? Because it's a different world now. So I just wanted to inspire our youth, especially our girls.
That's so amazing. I used to work in education also. I worked in higher ed. And so we would go back into the high schools and talk to students about their career options and choices. And so it's interesting because I have to ask you this. So having taught 12th grade and then having taught kindergarten, I am sure there are some similarities.
Oh, yes, it is. It really is. The difference with the kindergarten is you just have to spend more time with them. And you just have to give them that nurturing because remember, they're from home. A lot of them can go to daycare or, so a lot of them are coming from home for the first time dealing with strangers because we are strangers to them. And we have to make them feel acceptable and feel loved in that classroom. Also, while teaching the basics, and then dealing with high school. Oh my God, they know everything. They know everything and really don't know much they do. But to learn with them. So it's almost like parenting. So you have to be stern with them and let them know, I'm not here to be your friend, but you will respect me and I will respect you. And we're going to get this done so you can graduate and go on to the next level of life.
So this book, Unique, and we're going to talk about the book a little later in the segment, but this is a kid's book. So it's a children's book. And so is there some similarities from what you've written in the book to what you've experienced in your educational opportunities with kids?
Oh, Sherelle, yes. In fact, you had asked me before, let me tell you what happened while I wrote this book. Sometimes in life, you just, at a certain age or at a certain time in life, you just know there's a higher being. And sometimes you just have to talk to that higher being, just like you talk to your friends. And I asked that higher being one night, what is my purpose? Because sometimes we're doing our purpose, but we don't even know we're doing our purpose. So I asked him, what is my purpose? And how can I help other people? And I was looking at a news segment and it broke my heart. A 13-year-old girl committed suicide because she was being bullied. And it just really did something. And at that moment, Unique came. Unique was born. And I said, I'm going to tell young girls what my mother used to tell me. My mother used to tell me at a young age. She said, when you get up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent, and nobody can tell you any different. And you do whatever your heart wants you, your dreams. You go for the biggest dreams. Even if you fail, don't ever stop. Just keep going. So that's what that book is about. That book is empowering. It's enriching. And it's courageous. It's letting girls know courage and love yourself first. And then you can do anything.
It's such a powerful message, especially for our young girls, because oftentimes, they're facing so much out in the world when they leave their homes. and between home and school, and you just don't know what's being said to them, what they're seeing, all of these experiences that they're having, and to have something or have someone to literally say what you just said, when you wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror and say you are beautiful, you are smart, you are unique. It's such a powerful affirmation. I talk about affirmations a lot, and that is one that I think should be for everyone when you wake up in the morning, especially though for our young girls.
Yes, yes, yes. I love affirmations too. In fact, on my board behind me, it has at the top, because one of my authors is Simon T. Bailey, and he always, yourself, you're brilliant, you're smart, you're healthy, you're whole within your soul. And I believe whatever you say out of your mouth, so if you continue to say something that's positive every day to yourself, you're going to start believing it, and things are going to start happening for you.
I am a firm believer that, and I love Simon T. Bailey. I've had the opportunity to actually work with him at an event. And so, yes, brilliant one.
Yes, he is.
We are here at the Author's Lounge, and I am speaking to Miss Yolanda Bradley, the author of Unique, and we are going to come right back. So stay tuned.
5th Annual Perfect Pitch Competition, brought to you by Connectory and DreamSpire magazine. Showcase your business to a national audience of a network with over 100,000 combined reach. Win cash prizes valued at over $5,000, plus get featured on the cover of an international publication, DreamSpire magazine. Entry deadline is October 20th, 2020. Virtual live broadcast November 14th from 10 to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you connect with us. We're looking forward to you being pitch perfect.
Welcome back to the Author's Lounge. I am here with Miss Yolanda Bradley, the author of Unique, and we have been talking about her inspiration, her journey to actually get this book to you in your hands and to be able to share it with you and the young girls that are in your lives, because this is truly a powerful book for our young women. And so now let's talk about the book itself. So Unique. So first we have to talk about this title, because I love the title. So where did the title come from?
The title just came out of the blue, because every girl, every person, but every young girl is unique. They're different. If we all were the same, it would be the most boringest world we live in. So God made us all for a purpose. And the purpose is you're different. You're different for a reason. And that's what makes you unique. The way you look, your skin color, your hair texture, your eyes, your lips, even your hips. Some people have them. I don't have them, but some people have them. But you are just, whatever makes you different, whatever makes somebody, Cheryl, I think I've always said to my son, and this goes for girls, especially girls, if someone is always talking about you or trying to make you feel bad, that means you're special. That means something they like about you, because nobody's not going to talk about somebody they don't that's not special, they don't care anything about. So we have to turn negative around for ourselves, and just live life and look and dream big. And that's what I want these young girls to do. You're unique, you're different, and that makes you special. And there's nothing wrong with being special, because God made you that way for a reason.
I love it. I could talk to you all day. I just So now tell us, this book is geared to, so it's geared to our young ladies, but is there an age bracket that it works better for? Are you gearing it towards a specific group?
Well, Unique is for girls of color. So Unique is for anybody. We all are girls of color. It doesn't matter what color shade we are. We're like a rainbow. But the age group is from 3 to 13. But I had to tell parents, start reading to that child when it's inside you, when you're nurturing it, because that child hears your voice. And you know, that child can come out and the first thing they are looking for is that mother. Now, they've never seen that mother, but they heard that mother's voice. If you start reading to that child inside you and you're nurturing it, it's going to recognize that. And you continue to read. And once you continue reading those positive words to that child's really going to think that. So by the time it's 5 years old, it's probably going to recite and say, hey, I am this. You know, I am beautiful. I am courageous. And that go with life. It's the way we start off. It's the foundation of how we start off with our children, because we're their first teacher. You know, we're the ones that teach them first. They learn everything from us. And in this day and time, it's about what you see, not about what you're told. When I was coming up, because we were fearful, my mother and my parents and my grandparents, they it's what I tell you, not what I do. But this is a generation that learn by sight. So if you teach them and you put a good example out for them, they're going to learn by what they hear and what they see and what you do. So just keep everything positive around our young girls. Because you said it's too much going on. And not only from home to school, but in homes. There's a lot of things going on inside the homes that we won't know anything about that child. And it affects that growth and that child's learning.
You're absolutely right. This book is, guys, listen, you have got to get this book for your daughter. You've got to get it as a gift for other people. It is such a pivotal conversation piece, because we are always looking at self-awareness and self-esteem. And a lot of times that's what our youth are literally dealing with, is self-worth. And so this is a great opportunity for you to definitely impress upon them the importance that they play in this world, the importance that they play in our society. And so I thank you for putting a book like this out there and putting it into the hands of readers. And so your book is available in everywhere. Guys, when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. So your book is available at Walmart, Target, Amazon, Google Books, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Booktopia, Kobo, and you just told me today it is now an audiobook.
Yes, it is. I am so happy to announce that. So you don't even have, you just put hey, technology is what it is. You put those headphones in and you can listen to, just listen to it with this beautiful person who gives, I mean, I've heard her, because of course I had to hear, but I mean, I was sitting there going, wow. And it's my book. I was like, oh, wow, that is great. And my son was like, my book, you wrote it. I was like, yeah, but to hear somebody else read it.
Yeah, right?
It was
my
wonderful.
God. Well, that is awesome. And it's also an ebook.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So you have the opportunity to get the book anywhere. Wherever you go, you're going to see this book, Unique. And so I have to ask you this also. Are you, so if a teacher wants to get a hold of you, because I'm thinking that this is probably something that young teachers would love to have as part of their book club or their reading hour, or, you know, those segments during the day when they read to their students. How can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can get a hold of me through my email, which is my name, Yolanda Bradley @gmail.com. They can get a hold to me on, and that is Author Lane Bird, and that's BIRD. I have to say that because it is two ways to spell bird. A hold to me through Instagram at Yolanda Bradley 38. But that is something that I'm working on right now. Is trying to get my, well, with what's going on in the world right now, school's not the same, but I am trying to get my book out too, especially start, you know, with elementary schools and put it in the library, because they do have time, and that is a good book to read to everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Like I say, it's just not, I can talk about me because this is who I am, and I am a girl of color, but it is for everybody. Any girl, no matter what she is. So everybody needs to just, because it's a message there. You don't have to be in shade to love yourself. Everybody loves themselves. Everybody needs to be encouraged. And everybody needs to know that whatever they want to do in this world, I don't care what it is. That's what my book talks about. If you want to be an astronaut, you can be an astronaut. We already know you can be a president. You can be a vice president. Look like we might have one. So, you know, it's you can be whatever you want to be. My mom used to say, if you want to dig ditch, be the best ditch digger you can be.
There you go, right? So you do it with excellence.
Oh, yeah. Don't put no limitation on what you want to do. You know, because most people say, well, that's for boys. There's no such thing as for boys. We can do anything that boys can. Sometimes we can do it better.
I love it. I told you I could sit here and we could talk all day, but we're on a time limit. So thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you so much, Miss Yolanda Bradley, for being on the Author's Lounge. Guys, don't forget, you can get this book at Walmart, Amazon, Target, Books A Million. There are several places, and we're going to make sure that we list these on our site so that you have access to them. The book is also going to be available on DreamSpireBooks.com. You can go there and get the book also. And it's also an audio book, so you guys can listen to it while you're on your way to school. How great is that? And if you have a teacher that's looking for a really cool book to read during reading time, definitely get in touch, because I think this is a book that is going to be entertaining as well as enlightening for our kids. So again, I thank you so very much for joining us today. And I have to ask you, is there any final words that you want to say to the viewers?
Well, my philosophy is this. I believe you should laugh like it hurts, live like there's no tomorrow, and love yourself.
I love it. And with that, I'm not going to say anything else because she said it all. So thank you again for joining me. It is such a pleasure to have you, and come back anytime.
Yes, ma'am, I will, because I am trying to write some more. Well, I do have some more that I am working on, and I do have some more that I'm finished with.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to hear from her again. So you guys want to follow her on Facebook, on Instagram, check out her website, all of those opportunities to stay connected, because obviously there is more in the pipeline, and you definitely want to make sure that you are a part of it. So again, Miss Yolanda Bradley, thank you so much for joining us.
Can I say one more thing? You can also find me at on Jim Light Publishing Company. We also have the books there as well.
Jim Light Publishing Company.
Jim Light Publishing Company. Yes, ma'am.
You got it. We're going to make sure that we post all those opportunities for you to be able to purchase the book. So again, Miss Bradley, thank you, and you have an amazing day.
You as well. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Authors Lounge. Continue to follow us on our Instagram at DreamSpire Books. Continue to subscribe to our DreamSpire TV channel. You'll be able to see all of the other past interviews that we had with authors. And if you are an author and you are looking to share your story, reach out to us at DreamSpire Books. We would love to share your story. Have an amazing day. And remember, if you have a book, we want to share your story. Thank you.